So I'm sitting out here at an Airbnb while the ladies who are at our final equine wellness healing retreat for the season are here and they're inside getting acupressure and sound healing. And I decided to give my spot to the trainer, the horse trainer, Kate. If you don't know, if you're new to me, we host equine healing retreats with healing horses. People come and work on a variety of different things. It's beyond magical. Anyway, so I wanted to go ahead and do a video while I was here, but I want to show you something. This Airbnb, I can't even tell you, this is the desert. We're in the desert. Like how amazing this house is. Um, okay, so what I want to tell you was this has been a really interesting week. I was going through something internally myself, processing something. Like I'm actually healing very, very deep trauma along my dad's line. Stuff came up. I did a video about this a couple weeks ago. I'm not going to go into the story. You can watch that video if you'd like. His girlfriend reached out to me. It's a whole thing. He committed suicide when I was 5. Anyway, and he hurt the girlfriend that last saw him alive. I haven't heard from her in 48 years, reached out to me. Ever since that happened, it's like anything internally that I've been dealing with, it's like, hi, hello, we're still here. You got to look at this. Woof. So just going through it, I'm like, am I having a midlife crisis? Right? Like, am I going through like a midlife crisis? I would tell my husband, I'm like, oh, I haven't felt this out of sorts in a really long time. I feel much better now. I've done my healing work. I've worked with my practitioner. See, for me, if I don't feel good and I know stuff is up, I'm gonna ask for help. I help so many people, support so many people. I have got to have support. And so I worked with her. And anyway, but during that week, when I was like, okay, shit's hitting the fan internally, right? And it's all the next level. It's the next level of healing, the next level of growth, the next level of power. It's all good. It's great. It can be really uncomfortable when you're in the moment. And I got to say this, I say this almost every single video. You are not doing your personal work right now. Oh my God. I beg you to start. Um, Everything that's going on chaotically on the outside, it's like we have got to start working on ourselves. So I hear so many people and it just breaks my heart. Like, with that later, or I'm not good enough, or I don't want to invest in myself. I'm just going to put that out there. It is the time to do your personal work. Okay, with that being said, here we go. So that week, I look out. I mean, I was having like one of the worst moments of that week, and I like internally, just whatever. And I look out and of the window, and there's a white dove, like a bright white dove. Now I feed the quails and I feed the doves and I feed the hummingbirds, and I do ground seed. And I have a wild rabbit named Sarah, who when I call out crackle, that's the call for the birds, crackle, crackle, and they all come flying from all directions. And then Sarah, the bunny, she'll come booking it across the street. We have an acre, so she'll be like way across in the yard and she'll come booking it through. And I'm like, Sarah. And Sarah comes and eats the seed. She's like the only bunny that really eats the seed. And now I think she's cracked a seed addict because she loves the bird seed. Anyway, so I was looking outside watching the birds, and there was this beautiful white dove. Now I was like, that's rare. Never seen one in the desert. I don't even know if I've ever seen one in the wild, to be completely honest. I've saw two like what look like um birds that has escaped somewhere. They looked domestic. They were not normal. They were like fancy birds, and that was a while ago. This was a normal white dove, and I was reading that they're incredibly, incredibly rare because they're not safe in the wild. They're so bright that they're like prey can get them really easily. This bird has been coming back every day, almost twice a day for 2 weeks now. And that first week, I was constantly looking for the bird. Is the bird back? Is the bird back? And I take this as a sign that this bird came into our yard to tell me, Beth, peace is coming. Like it was like this sign from God, and that peace is coming. The animals, they will support you if you allow them. Pay attention to those amazing signs. I'm also going to tell you something else that was kind of gross. Another gross animal, like a gross animal experience. Whew. And I was like, what does this mean? But the bird, I'll tell you in a second, was when I saw that white bird, I was like, everything's going to be okay. Like, I just know it. Like everything is going to be okay. Okay. Have a little Starbucks. And then, okay, so let me tell you about this. Ooh, this is really gross. Don't judge me. Do not judge me. Don't judge me. Uh, it was like morning, and my husband looked down on the floor and he's like, look, and there was this little maggot on the ground. And I was like, we have a very clean house, like very clean. And I was like, I have to have it clean because the chaos, anything chaotic in an outside environment, I do not like it. So I was like, what the hell? And he goes, that's the second one I've seen today. I'm like, oh my God, where the hell are the maggots? So he opens up the trash can and he's like, they're coming inside the house. He's like, oh my God, they're coming from in here. And I was like, holy crap. Okay. So right now it's heating up. Well, it was cool in the Arizona and now it's heating up. However, it's because it was kind of coolish. We've had the windows, the windows open and the back door open. There's screen doors, but the flies can get in. So the flies have been getting in more because we've had the back door open and things like that. And I've been like obsessively killing them. I hate them. I do not like the flies. So a fly had gotten in the trash can and create so freaking gross. So we got that out of there. We haven't seen any since. It was like a week and a half ago. Disgusting. And I was like, oh my God, what does that mean? Because I'm always looking for the animal meaning, right, of everything. What the hell do the maggots mean? Brilliant. Okay, so normally as a teacher, I tell people try not to Google it, right? Like, what does it mean to you first? Like, what does a maggot represent to me, right? So I thought about it and then I Googled it because I was very curious what Google said, but try and think of it on your own because it's really about like, what does it mean to you? So maggots are the cleaners. Clean things. Like back in the old days, if someone got like a deep gap or deep cut, they would literally maggots on the cut so that the maggots it would clean the wound. They use them in medicine to clean. They clean things, right? So when like a eye creates maggots, it's cleaning the trash, right? It's cleaners disgusting, but they're cleaners. So I was thinking about that. I was like, they're natural cleaners. What are they doing? Like, what am I cleaning out? And that was that same week. It was the same week with the dove, the same week when I was like really looking at some things in my life that I want to shift and turn around and really meet head on. Like it was like I was meeting things where I was like, this isn't working and I'm sick of pretending that it does work and I'm gonna meet it. And so it was that week, and I'm like, literally the maggots were coming going, you are literally cleaning out your life, cleaning out what doesn't work, cleaning out any toxicity. I want like people in my life. I don't have any friends like that anymore. And I just do not let people in my inner circle that are toxic. This was like more of like an internal, right? So it was like, what am I cleaning out? What am I cleaning out? What am I cleaning out? Made so much sense to me. Okay. So then I Googled it and it was that. It was like that. It's honestly like on Google was saying maggots are like a very good sign that you are in the process of deep spiritual, psychological and emotional cleaning things up. I was at peace with the maggots after that. Like I was like, disgusting. I don't want them in the house, but I was at peace. I was like, I can handle that. All these little things that come from God and our guides to help us are just magical and helpful. So if you've been having time, and I share this personal with you on these videos because I just hope that it helps you. I really do. Uh, I really do. I really hope it helps you. So if you have something in your life that you know you've been is not working and it needs to be cleaned up, really ask yourself what's stopping you from doing it. Is it uncomfortable to look at things? These things, yes, it is, but it's more uncomfortable to not look at them. It builds up like plaque in your emotion and in your energetic system, and it just builds and builds and builds. Look at it. It's scarier not to look at it than it is to look at it. I promise you that. I promise you that. We are in a time of bold human development because we all know what's going on in the world. And I'm sick of talking about it. Actually, I don't even talk about it. I don't watch the news. But we are really in bold revolution, bold transformation. And when we're in that level, it's the year of the fire horse. This is a bold time. Look at what's not working. Get support and if you're like, oh, everything's working really well, there's also that place of coasting, like just coasting. But then when you coast, which is fine to coast for a while, trust me, it's fine. But then when the shit hits the fan, it's a little bit harder. Even if you're coasting, it's like, what do I want? What do I get to do to develop more and more and more, right? More transfer, more learning, more growth, all of that. Yeah, yeah. In the time of the energetic cleaning, in the time of the maggots, it's kind of like very apropos for the times that. So anyway, you're doing great. I'm doing great. You're doing great. We're rocking it. We're doing great. And if there's something that you're not looking at and you're like tending to, you got this. Like you got this. All right. My name is Beth Osmer, and I will see you on the next video.